Hey guys, it's Mary Rose from PsychicSoulmateReading.com. This video is a reading video for our month, October 1st to October 31st. Can you believe it? We've made it all the way to October already. Time flies, it really does. And I love this part of the time of the year because it's my favorite. Not only because it's my birthday month, but it's because I just love the fall harvest. I love that energy. I love autumn. It's my favorite, one of my favorite seasons. Okay, so how it works is that I'm going to be doing a 3-card reading for the month. And just because you landed on here, the reading is, and the message is meant for you. And it doesn't matter, no matter what time, even if it's after the month of October 2018, the reading, the message is still meant for you, okay? And if something is not resonating with you quite right just keep visiting back and you'll notice that the message, the reading is actually meant for you, okay? So I apologize, it's a bit noisy in here. I'm at a Starbucks and I've been filming, it seems like I've been filming a lot of my videos this summer at a Starbucks. I film a lot of stuff on IGTV, which is Instagram, and I've been seem to be doing them at Starbucks, not because I love Starbucks and I want to be there. Of course I love Starbucks, but it's like I don't have the time at home to do it, and the deadline is approaching, and I'm filming this a couple of days before. So that's just the only time that I have to, so I can have it ready for you on October 1st, okay? So the cards that I'm working with are Witches Tarot, okay? Now these cards I did an unboxing also on my IGTV, so you can head over there. I have different content on IGTV than I do on YouTube, so you can switch back and forth, different readings, different everything, okay? So I have the cards here, so I just got them just a few days ago, but they're really resonating with me and I want to read you with them today, okay? Perfect time, but it's harvest time. Okay, so before we begin, before I do all my readings, calling onto a higher power, calling onto God, Jesus, the angels. Please guide us, give us a message for our highest good, for what we need to know for the month, for whenever, for everybody that is watching this. Okay. Oh, I just love the music in here. Okay, cutting them in 3 piles here. The song is My Funny Valentine. It's very beautiful. The music is just mesmerizing. It does that to me. And music can have messages to them. Okay, first card is the Queen of Cups. Second card, Shadow Side. 8th card's 8 of Pentacles. Okay, just put them aside. Alrighty. Oh, you know what? I like to pull an extra card because it's actually like for 4 weeks, right? Knight of Wands. Okay, so I'm going to show you the first card. You got the Queen of Cups for the first card. Sorry, my light. I'm just going to do this. The Queen of Cups. Okay, Queen of Cups is nurturing energy. The Queen of Cups gives us this embrace of love and that we are safe and that we're going to be protected. We are protected. That's what the Queen of Cups is. And it's also the sign of Scorpio starts at the end of October. But, you know, it's just the energy. We have Venus in Scorpio and probably a couple of other planets in Scorpio, even though the sun is in Libra right now at the moment when I'm filming this. It's usually representing a lot of hidden energies that are coming up. So it's also relating to nurturing energy, growth. There's a buildup, like things are starting to build up, but it's also maybe you've been feeling a little bit emotional as well. This is an emotional time, so you've been feeling maybe that there was a buildup of things, and so it's kind of like things are coming out. It's like water, because when I look at her, I see she's in a seashell, and she's got rose petals around her, which she's surrounded by love, and sorry, they're grinding beans. I apologize if it's too loud. There's an ocean around her, so she's basically a lot of water energy. I feel a lot of emotional stuff, so maybe you've been feeling a little bit emotional stuff going on. Okay, the second card is the Shadow Side. It really brings up the shadow if you look at this. Just take a look at that. It's like you see these 2 people in a cave, and then you got this this kind of this scary thing that is there. But then there is, if you notice that there is a light here, and the light is shining. If you can see that, if I cover my light, you can see the light. So the shadow is actually a restriction that we make for ourselves because the light is there, okay? And out of the shadow comes the light. So you might have been feeling very emotional, like the Queen of Cups, but also very restricted. Like just very restricted, feeling like you're emotionally restricted, like you can't show yourself, like you're not able to like express yourself. You know, it's kind of like a feeling like if you say something or if you open up, you're going to be seen as the bad one, and you're going to be seen as the person that is wronged, and you're going to be judged. And there's just a lot of judgment there. I get a lot of judgment, you know, and that's pretty common because it's like we tend to feel like that. I mean, I resonate a lot with that. But I'm going to tell you, no one's judging you. I mean, people can judge. It's their business if they judge. I mean, none of your business if they judge us, you know. And I know it bothers us because, especially people that we love, we don't want them to judge us. We don't want them to think badly of us. But when we're true to ourselves and when we're honest with ourselves and we're showing the authentic self of our truth, we actually can shine that light just like in the shadow. We can actually be that light. We can actually be the light. And so they're covering themselves because they're almost as scared of it. You know what I see? It's like they could have an addiction to something. They can have something that's restricting them and something that's just distracting them. And they don't want to look at the light. They want to just stay in the cave as victims. Like they almost want to be a victim. You know, I'm not saying that you are a victim, but, you know, sometimes we put ourselves through that. We put ourselves through, we put ourselves in our own negative thinking. We put ourselves in our own mind, and we just think that if we get out of there, then it's not good. We have to live in this world, and we have to be a certain way because we can't be our true selves, you know. And it relates to relationships too. Like when I was talking about addictions, sorry, it's a little loud here. I'll try to speak up on my microphone. It's sometimes with addictions too, we tend to drink a little bit, maybe a little bit more wine. We tend to eat a little bit more. Maybe we have any kind of addiction. Retail shopping, you know, like stuff like that. We tend to overdo it. And we tend to mask what is really bothering us, if you understand what that means, like the shadow. And if you don't face your shadow, you're never going to see your truth. You're never going to see the light. You have to admit it. You have to bring it out. You know, depression. You know, we tend to just keep ourselves depressed. This is what I'm getting, lots of depression. And you're basically distracting yourself with too much of the things around you from allowing yourself to really be light, right? And just, I get lots of judgment. I'm getting lots of energies that's happening with you around you, but I'm just going to tell you, you're not alone feeling it. Sometimes when we go through all of this, like depression, when we go through addictions, when we go through any kind of negative feelings, you're actually feeling that you're all by yourself and that you're alone. But I have to tell you, you're not. You see the Queen of Cups? She's loving you and she's embracing you with her love to tell you that it's okay and that you're actually in a really good place and everything is better than what you think. It's, you know, that's what's happening right now. It's very intense. Take that energy and put it towards something. Like, you know, get into a hobby. You know, do some crafty stuff. I love doing crafty stuff, you know. Okay, and the third card is the Eight of Pentacles, and this is working really hard. This is harvest time. This is a harvest. Harvest is when we see all the beauty of all the work that we've done. All our fruits and labors start to come out, and this is the harvest. You know, I think of harvest, I make kombucha at home, which is a fermented green tea. If anybody knows what that is, I make my own kombucha, and every 2 weeks I have to harvest it. You know, it starts off as tea that's got tons of sugar in it. And it turns out, like after 2 weeks with a SCOBY, which is a culture, it turns into this amazing drink that's so healthy with probiotics and all these great health benefits. Look it up, kombucha. And it turns into this amazing drink. Like the sugar feeds the SCOBY. So it's kind of like, and I have to harvest it. My point is, sorry. I have to harvest it, and when I harvest it, it's delicious, and it's just, so that's what's happening now. You have to go through all of this, and then there's going to be a harvest. So it's probably the third week. Like the first week you're feeling emotional, second week of October you're feeling, this is just a guideline, it could be anytime, it could be right now when you're watching it. Shadow side is facing your shadow side and untying the binds that restrict you because it's mental. And also obsessive energies with waiting for somebody, with when it comes to love, judging yourself, and just all these lots of scattered energies and these thoughts and these messages coming to you and telling you this and telling you that, telling you this, making you a confused emotional wreck sometimes. That's for some people that are going through that. And that's why I said addiction. Sometimes we want to be addicted to our story. But, you know, spirit, our spirit, we're made out of spirit, is total love and free. Okay, and when you tap into that, bliss. But I mean, we have to go through a lot of stuff to get there, right? It's not easy because we're in a human body. Oh, back to the Eight of Pentacles, which is the harvest. That's what I meant. You have to go through the harvest part, and that is actually just working really hard. Keep going. That's my message to you. Keep going. Don't worry. You're going to be okay. You're not alone. You are not alone. Okay? And the fourth card, which would probably be the last week of October, is the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles, or did I say Knight of Pentacles? I meant Knight of Wands. Hello, why was I thinking Knight of Pentacles? I was just listening to this music. I love this jazzy songs. It's just very relaxing. But the Knight of Wands is, it's actually a fire element, and it's interesting because he's on a horse and he's charging, he's merging ahead. He's taking what he's learned and what he's learned and what he knows, and he's taking it with it and he's flying with it. He's actually emerging and blossoming, and it also relates to the inner self. It relates to the inner health of yourself. You know, it's taking care of yourself, doing better things for yourself. You know, so it also can relate to and also the opposite effect. You need to take care of your health. Maybe you need to do a little bit more exercise. Maybe you need to move your body. Maybe there's something that you need to do that involves some movement, walking perhaps, because wands are basically a lot of movement. They're fire. They're moving. It's an energy of get up and go and just do it. You know what it is? I'm going to tell you what it is. You got to believe in yourself. When it comes right down to it, you know, you got to believe in yourself. And the Knight, he's not the king. The Knight is the Knight. He's one step below the king, which is someone that needs to mature a little bit more. So he's taking what he knows, he's learning, and he's going on his next adventure. That's what he is. He's very adventurous. So he's still got some more to learn. So you're taking this and you're flying with it. And you need to take care of yourself. You need to establish your health. I really feel that. I have to say that again. You have to establish things for your health. I mean, the message that I'm getting is like maybe you're worried about your health or something. There's something that's coming up that's about your health. And I get that there's just, it could even be mental health. I know there's a lot of noise here, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to post this video, but if I do, I have to listen to how it sounds on when I'm editing. But hopefully I do. But if I do, you know what, I'm telling you that you got to take all the noise out of your mind, because I'm hearing lots of noise. And don't do it, don't do it, don't go for it, don't go for it, I'm not good enough. There's a lot of ego. That's what it is, sorry. That's what it is. You got to merge ahead. Take what you know. You have everything that you want. You see, like when you're even insecure about something, that's still your ego. When somebody's really shy and insecure, and like, that's the ego in reverse. You know, that's still an ego. You know, an ego is not mean all so much. Like, we need a healthy ego to survive. Like, my name's Mary. That's my ego. Like, that's, we all need that, right? That's human. That's human nature, to have an ego. If anything that's on this planet is ego. The only thing that doesn't have an ego is the divine, the angels, the light up above. That's without any ego. They're not on earth. But us, everybody has an ego, and we need that to survive. So it's like your ego is either it's all out of proportion and you're actually it's over the top, and you're feeling insecure and not sure if you should take it and go for it. But you have to, it's the health of yourself. Your health is telling you that, your body's telling you that You got to do it. You got to just merge ahead, and don't be afraid to take the chance and take the risk. You know, I shouldn't say risk, but say the chance. These are good. Challenge yourself. It's important to challenge yourself. What's the worst that can happen? I always say that. What's the worst that can happen? You know, or ask and you shall receive. What's the worst that person will say? No. Well, you gotta do it. And if that's the worst, then you know what? Hey, you got to take the fire. You got to take the fire and fly with it. Because if you don't, you're going to actually resent, and you're going to regret. You're going to say, "Why did I do that? Oh, I should have. Instead of shutting yourself, and I should have said this, and I could have. You know what? Don't do that. Take the chance. You need to fly with it. Take what you know and go with it. Okay." And take care of yourself in the meantime with it as well. Okay, those two messages I'm getting. And when it pertains to love, okay, I would say that, you know what? You don't have to merge ahead. Like if there's somebody that you broke up with and you want to get back together with that person, I'm not saying to go and knock on their door and say, here I am. What I'm suggesting is try to find a strategy about that. You know, friendship is the best way. I feel like there's a lot of this. I've been getting a lot of clients that have been broken up with. They've looking to reconcile. You know what? Friendship is the way to go. You got to start off with a friendship. You got to start all over again. And that might be hard for you because you want to just merge ahead. But the hard part is the friendship part, because it's like, how do I take that? I'm so shy. I'm so insecure. Oh no, I can't be friends. I gotta, you know, I need the title of, are we back together, and are we together, and are we going to get married? Do I have the ring on my finger? Is she going to marry me? Are we committed? What's going on? I want to get back together. Like those things, that's not what I was talking about. That's the ego. You know, true love, there is no restrictions on that. Okay. You know, you can have love. You got to believe, just like the Queen of Cups says, you can have love, you can be loved. You can be loved, but you got to face your shadow side. And I know there's more to it, but I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on in this month of October. Lots of stuff that's going to happen. Lots of things are going to be going around, but it's really good because this helps us get to our truth and helps you to battle and to get away and to actually clear the pathway for you to move forward and to receive your love and your abundance. Okay. So I hope that reading was helpful for you. And if you are interested in getting a longer reading with me, please visit my website, psychicsoulmatereading.com, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and make sure you have the notification button on, because I always post videos. I've been posting a lot of unboxing videos and a lot of other stuff that I have plans that I'm going to do in the future, and I want you to get them in your inbox right away. Okay, so until the next video, I'm wishing you the best, positive, peaceful October ever. Love and light.